Hey guys, Joe here with ECRM, and I'm with Amanda Tomsik, our Director of Food Service. We just wrapped up our Food Service week here in Braselton, Georgia. So Amanda, thanks for joining us, and tell everybody about what we're doing in food service, because we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So we launched our first food service session about 8 years ago. For those of you that are familiar with ECRM, we're very well known in the retail industry, but we have a lot of great, exciting things also going on in food service. Here in Braselton, Georgia this week, we had our campus, commercial, and retail at food service session. And it's really great because we're able to reach out to a lot of different channels within the food service industry and match them up with suppliers for pre-qualified scheduled one-on-one meetings.
Cool. Can you talk a little bit about the different channels, because it's interesting, it's such a wide variety of buyers that attend?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have campuses and universities. That is one of our channels that we focus on. The universities, sometimes they'll bring their Sodexo rep or their Airmark rep. We usually get about 50% that are self-operated, 50% that go through broadliners, so it's a nice mix of colleges and universities. Our commercial session focuses on hotels, restaurants, airlines, sometimes we'll get amusement parks, casinos, so that's a really great way to get in front of those operators. And then lastly, we have our retail at food service. When I usually say retail at food service, people say, oh, well, I don't want to do retail, I want to be in food service. Well, it's kind of a little bit of a gray area, but it's really starting to evolve. A word that we use a lot is the word grocerant. So imagine some sort of restaurant within your grocery store. So those are the three channels that we're focusing on here this week.
Great. And for the suppliers out there who are watching this, can you talk a little bit about what a given day would be like at one of our sessions?
Yeah, absolutely. So typically you would arrive on a Sunday or a Monday. That would be the day that you get here, you set up your products. We always have some sort of educational session. So this week we had round tables between buyers and sellers. We also had speakers that are talking about trends within the industry. Really exciting things in addition to all of your pre-scheduled one-on-one appointments. You have your own space, either a tabletop, a booth, or a room, and the buyers come to you, sit down, you have meaningful conversations. We also have our technology that you can utilize on site. It's our ECRM Connect app where you can take notes and start to do all the follow-up before you even get back to your home office.
Awesome. And one thing I want to make clear is that this is not a trade show. So it's a different animal. We have a lot of prep work that we do, that our account management team does, to help you to learn about your capabilities and the products that you have, what type of certifications you might have, everything about your company and its offerings, so that they can match you up with the attending buyers, because at the same time we're finding out the buyers' needs and objectives. So what you get is a very curated list of appointments, and in addition to that, can you talk a little bit about some of the networking functions that we had?
Yeah, absolutely. So here we had something called TIPS. It's Thought Interaction Pod.
Yep.
And we picked different topics at about 5 different tables, and the buyers and sellers get to talk about what's going on in the industry, trends. There's always a moderator at each table, so they'll lead the discussion. We also have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's all inclusive. Everything is included in your registration, including the opportunity to sit down at a casual lunch and have a meaningful conversation with an operator.
Yeah, and these are so you get it's like a 1-2 punch. You have the scheduled appointments that with the buyers, but you'll also have all of these networking opportunities, so you could further those relationships. And then sometimes we may do an off-site dinner, or like we had food truck night this week, casino nights.
Yeah.
So we usually have the chair massages and entertainment, live entertainment during our dinners as well. So it's a great opportunity to spend a lot of captive time with the buyers that are participating.
Yeah, one other thing I want to mention, Joe said it's not a trade show. I was at a trade show a few weeks ago, and you're walking the floor, you're sampling who has the best food to taste, and it wasn't productive,
Yeah.
It's hard, it's like you're fighting for the time and the space with that person. Here at ECRM, it was just refreshing just to see Everyone shows up to their meetings on time. They have a one-on-one conversation, and in addition to what you had mentioned, all of the preparation that goes into it. So you're prepared. You've done your homework when you actually sit down in front of that operator. So
Yeah, I mean, to compare, to continue your comparison with trade shows, if you're a supplier at a trade show, first you have to hunt down the people. You have to get them into your booth, and then maybe you get 1 or 2 distracted minutes with that person, and they may not even be the right person. So we organize that for you. We manage the meetings. We make sure every meeting starts and ends on time, and we also make sure that you're set up for success with all of the prep work that we do. So it's a little bit different animal. I definitely encourage you to look for Amanda, and if you have any other questions, anything else you want to add?
no, I just want to say food service is growing. It's a category that we're really excited about. Right now, we host 5 sessions per year, and 2020, I think that's just going to continue to grow.
Great.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you for joining us.
All right,
All right. So we'll have Amanda's information in the post as well.
thanks.